and we are streaming, and we are pretty much bang on time, considering when I normally start these is about 5 minutes before or 10 minutes after. But hey, bang on time will do for once in a while. How are we all doing? I have had a fairly rough week, in all honesty, and it's only going to get rougher because I'm working tomorrow as well, so huzzah. On the plus side, it is overtime. It's not as if I'm... and it's voluntary overtime, admittingly, but you know, when you're offered overtime, you got to go for that. But either way, it means that I have basically, once I get to Sunday, I will have worked, I think I worked out 18 and a half hours of overtime this week. Which, given it's a bank holiday week as well, so in 4 days. Yeah, I'm looking forward to a nice relaxing game, although I don't imagine that I'm going to be in any fit state to play really well. But then I've not been playing really well for a while, so what's going to change now? Anyway, ranting and rambling over, let's play ourselves some Mahjong. We have 5 people currently in viewership, apparently, although the number is different, depending on what YouTube says, but YouTube has always been special about that. Hello sir, how are we doing? And we have 2 people currently queued up and ready for a tournament match. If this goes on for a few minutes, then I will just go into a Sama game to start things off until we get the numbers. Well, we're up to 3. Just waiting on 1 then. 3's at least encouraging. See if there's anybody I can poke. Kyro's fairly abruptly said he's not going to play anything for until next week, which is fine. Egan doesn't play with us anymore because sadness. Also, I know he's busy, so... Well, rather than a GD stream, I am just going to go and quickly start a game of Sama. If we do get the numbers in there to start a game off while I'm still in the middle of this, then I'm more than happy to... Well, I wouldn't say abandon, but I will at the very least get the other game started up. And hopefully it'll all work out and I'll have 3 people back when this game is over. So, some Sanma Yakuman only Mahjong for a bit while we wait for the numbers. This does not look like a Yakuman only hand. Which is a shame. But we'll carry on. Green Dragon passed, but oddly somebody could call that. Yep, I can see we have 2 people ready. Once we have another 1, that will be fine. And if we get another 2 before all this game ends, I will just start that game off and we'll have me spectating on that while we wait. Okay, dragon on the right. Good draw. Okay, these are 5/7 for a pair weight. I'm going to reach on the 5 or the 7. I think we might as well reach on Medora. Reach, CG8, Dora in Sanma, which is all attack Mahjong. Surely it's got to happen. We've been completely punished by not having these 7s, gotta be honest, but... Oh, it's a double CG now. And we got the Dora out of it as well. Yeah, Sanma is very much all-out attack Mahjong. There is no defense, as I mentioned. Bad weights are still good weights. Though I was expecting to be drawing that rather than necessarily grabbing it, but hey, getting the extra draw is nice as well. The other reason for, of course, playing games is that currently they've got their event on for the bingo board, so any wins are good wins. I haven't actually checked what I need to unlock at this point, but we'll see. I know wins and sumos is generally the middle blocks, and then whatever else is going around. Usual Tanyo, Honitsu nonsense. No sense in calling that his dealer. Might as well follow up on the white for the moment. Could go for a Nageshi. We have 4 in hand. But alas, it does not seem as if this is going to be a Nageshi hand. Again, no point calling that. There is the greed of going for the Itsu here, but there's also just other factors involved. Love this green to be even safe at some point. Oh, we'll go for it anyway. It was safe. Alright, Ishanten. 4 so, 9 so ideally, but... Meh, we can't turn down the 2-sided Riichi's dealer. First pay. Which is sometimes a little dodgy if there haven't been any and there's a Riichi on the board, because it means somebody could be playing Silly Buggers. And I do like a North weight. There we go, and Dora as well. Alright, Riichi Pinfu, Dora Dora. No one, 1 error. So we did actually hit the dealer Hanneman. 6,000 from both. Okay. We're in good shape for this, as long as we don't throw it away or nonsense doesn't start occurring. Alright, so we can get Dragon and Honitsu with this, so that's what I think we're gonna go for. We're gonna look at the bingo board, and those are usually things that are on there. And then I should probably check what I've actually got unlocked on that board that I can go for. Full set I need to think about. Already in tempo. Alright, we're not going to take this. Unless we sumo, I guess. Yeah, here we go. This is fine. Everything is fine. Three-sided weight. All right, Dora. Should be good enough. 6 with a few of them already out, so... Rinchan? Not quite. Okay, so we go 1-6. We can even switch this to a... 8-9. That's a weird weight we could go for. We have options with this. But I think, honestly, this is still best, so 7 from hand. Kita is a free-player Mahjong only rule, where basically they act as flower tiles do in the Chinese and Singapore variants. Basically, it counts as 1 Dora if you have one, and just gives you a redraw if you decide to use it. You can still use it as a winning tile. There's also some side rules, for example, that on the turn you use it, it's technically a Rinchan draw. So you can get Rinchan Kaiho off of a pay draw as well. But basically, it's just bonus draw and bonus Dora if you win the hand. Oh, come on, 9 so would be lovely here. Nope. Come on, give me. Oh, there we go. Honitsu and Dragon. Honitsu, Dragon, Dora, and Kita. Dealer Mungan. You draw from the normal wall, I believe. I actually don't know, because the only time I've ever played free-player Mahjong, we didn't have a wall, we had a bag, because it was Washizu as well. So that had even more complications from it. I think it is a dead wall draw, but again, I've never set up a free-player Mahjong with actual table with actual tiles, so I'm actually not sure. I'll have to check next time somebody norths whether it actually knows the draw count, because that's... Actually, that isn't an indicator, but it is something that tends to happen anyway. Because either it takes one from a dead wall, or it moves it from the normal wall into a dead wall, which obviously I can't see. Yeah, not going to call that. Obviously got options here. I mean, 8,000, I could actually play the right out with a reasonable hand here. And we do have a reasonable hand. Downside is, I think people are getting fed up at this. Yeah, actually. So we have a double run. Yeah, close 6. Go for it. It isn't actually a good weight, but you know, you don't care about good weights in Sanma. And if I can not hit you directly, that's probably going to win the game. We are still only at 2 actual players though, so hoping somebody else will turn up in the meantime, but hey. Missed the chance to upgrade the hand for Peiko. Ooh, Riichi Madara. Okay. Not even more chance of taking this if it happens, but 6 dots says win. All that attack Mahjong, I mean, gotta be considered. Yeah, this is a deal in, isn't it? Yeah. Hello, sir. Just playing some Sanma while we wait for people to turn up. In the meantime, I've just given away a shot at... Well, I haven't given away the shot of winning the game, but I've given the shot of winning the game this hand and immediately. So now we've got to move into East 3. And this is reasonable. Double Yakuhai. Our single has been proven safe. Unfortunately, we dropped a pair of beasts, but what can you do? Unfortunately, the rest of this is not really coming to us. Well, okay then. Riichi, Vidura, and an extra one that is another Dealer Mungan. I might overtake us in 2 hands here. Not impossible. There's another Honitsu hand. If I can draw a pair of bonus tiles, I'd be more happy with this, but... Yeah, we're not going to go for this just yet. Until we get something connected here, I don't think just going all in on the Honitsu with this is the right move. Okay, big dealer Kandora 5. So, yeah, we need to be aware of that. So it's going to be a very big swing whichever way this goes here. This could actually knock you out, because that's a dealer Hanneman we're now looking at, which means immediately we're looking at in the region of 18,000 points. If she's got Honitsu as well, Honitsu Dora 5 doesn't actually improve it beyond Hanneman. If got anything else on it though, no, we'll see. She just needs to draw 1 Kita and she's into Baiman territory, which is kind of ridiculous. Yeah, it's Honitsu. Could be Toy Toy, though. So we might move on to the Toy Toy defense here. Admittingly, we are just going to fold out the Souths. We have no interest in dealing into this. We'll let other people do the nonsensical things. We are going to just calmly wait and see whether that deal-in happens, or whether hopefully that deal-in happens. If it's a sumo, it doesn't bother us too much. In fact, there's the run. That's fine. That's ideally what we wanted. Honitsu on that side. If they'd have sumoed, we'd have lost ground for sure, but we wouldn't have managed to lose a hell of a lot of ground from that. So, yeah, ultimately that's fine. That actually means we've got more chance of actually taking the win from it. This is an interesting start. So you have a triplet in 3 pairs. Starting South 1, two of them are bonus pairs. Do you go for nonsense with this? Yeah, you go for nonsense with this. Alright, so Nishanten for 7 pairs, which is one thing. But we're also not a million miles away from something else. And I think with 2 bonus pairs, I'm toy-toying this rather than waiting on that last thing here. So now we're Ishanten, double Yakuhai, or double bonus tile, and having a couple of doors is a little awkward, but it's fine. We've got a 27k gap to the lead. We can afford to play things a little more aggressively to try and move the game on and actually get us into a game. But I'm usually happier going for a toy-toy if you've got a couple of options with bonus tiles. So here, for example, we now go into toy-toy South and then potentially toy-toy South Dora, which of course is double South because that's where we're sitting. Thank you. Toy-toy double South and Shun, which should give us a Mungan. Oh, plus 1 Kisa as well, so Hanneman. Another 12k hand. So 65, got a good chance of getting some shades here if we can survive 2 rounds. Strong start. The thing with strong starts in Sanma though is that they're all relative. Everybody tends to get much better starting hands. And it's extremely likely that by about turn 6 or 7 somebody's hit Tenpai. I might as well push the Honitsu here. I mean, it's the highest value option we have, and obviously if we can get Honitsu plus bonus tile plus direct hit, maybe a couple of Dora, then we can knock this game on the head. So yeah, pair the East, we then have Honitsu 3 Dora. Plus 1, so Hanneman. Hello, Mono. Yeah, we're just waiting for people to turn up, so therefore we are in a game of Sanma to begin with. Which has gone reasonably well, as you can see. Okay. So we'll go with that. The option here, I suppose, is if we draw 4, 5, or 6, we can go into Toy-Toy, though I'm not sure that's necessarily a better weight for us. And in any case, that would be a multi-sided off of those anyway. So, well, we're happy to stick with the East Dora weight right now. So if it comes from the right person. See, we could cut the East here and go into a 3-6, but I don't see that as being worthwhile. Okay, fine. It was a cheap hand. Should have reached. Should have gone for something. Pintu only in this position is absolutely not worth it. Mind you, I mean, even in the fight per second, it's not worth it. You need to at least reach and put something on my radar. Otherwise, I'm just happy to give away 1,000 points. So, last hand, assuming Vila doesn't win. There is sometimes a benefit to holding off on the Norths, but usually you don't, just because it's a free draw, and obviously the North is a useless tile in your hand, unless you have multiples. So when you have multiples, you need to make the decision about whether you need to get rid of them all or try and use them as a pair or triplet. Which is always a tricky one because they are worth Dora, so they're valuable. But if you have to give away 2 random tiles, your hand is effectively 2 worse off. Still, for right now, we're just trying to get through this game. And and start seeing if we can reduce Mono's monumental lead in the table. This is a door and nothing hand, but I'm reasonably happy with it. Yeah, might as well. I don't think we have a Yaki without it, so... Ifats, and the win. Ifatsu Tudora, 1 error, gives us the Mangan. Gives us a 70k hand. And we are away with our first Sama victory in a little bit of a while, but hey. It should also have a good effect on our bingo board. In fact, we even got a few of them. Yeah, Dragon we knew about, Half-Flash we always knew about. That we knew about. That we knew about. We've done 0 of 3 of whatever this is. Oh, okay, all symbols. No worries, we'll get those as and when we need them. Sama tends not to be an all simples level event. Alright, we are preparing for the game, and we have 4. Who's not readied up? Excuse me, because Discord has gone a bit thing. And Larry's in as well. Okay. Let's go. And yep, you're not in there yet, so you have actually missed the opportunity. I was tempted to put a bounty on you for something like 50 points, but I realised that wouldn't actually do a lot other than, you know, just incentivize people to be silly. Also, I need to readjust the rules to allow us to put bounties on people's heads. But we'll see. If I can win this, I can pull some of that distance back, and, you know, that would actually put me in, what, 2nd? 3rd, depending on how far back I am from Chiral. Actually, I should check that. How far back am I from Chiral? I am... Alright, only 16 points. So 16 points is a low win. But of course, I do have to win, and winning is always the difficult part of the plan here. Still, if that Samba game is anything to go by, I'm on fire. It won't last. Nah, I mean, I actually did want to incorporate some sort of sniping system. Or just sort of casual one-off gambles. So, for example, you'd have a gamble with one other specific player who has points. And just have a... whoever finishes higher among the two of you transfers 20 extra points. Between those two players only. But then I'd have to incorporate that into the scoring tracker somehow. Which means I'd have to put some work in. And you know me, I am lazy if I can get away with it. Anyway, this is a reasonably strong hand. And might actually get that Tanya that's we need for the bingo board, which would be nice. Who wants a white? Larry wants white. Okay. Question is, do we start going aggressive this Tanya? We're in North, so we don't have to... We're not pushing to become dealer at this stage. But we do have 2 Dora, so Tanya Tura 2 is normally a hand I will go for most of the time. There's not a lot of pressure on the board. We do have a dealer call that we need to be thinking about a bit, but... I'm not going to take that, but only because of the protect the pair philosophy. We don't have a pair if we break that up, so... And that's going to be better as a 4-7. Now he's played a couple of middle tiles into the 9-man, so could be an attempt at Honitsu. But it seems more an attempt to just clean out the hand rather than anything. And again, I didn't track whether that 9 came from the hand, which is terrible. I mean, I should really be paying more attention to things like that. Alright. Prospero with the second Dragon Call. Now, Prospero is in a rush to get there and has discarded 8-7-6. 6 after the call as well, so they might be going for a Honitsu of some kind. Most likely Pinzu, but could be something else. It's tempting to go for this, but we'll hold off. Good draw. And lucky one too, because I really shouldn't have got rid of that 7 in this board. I should have got rid of the East. 2 of them were gone, so I knew it was fine. Or should have seen it was fine anyway. So I have a bit of a way to go with this one though. Let's not reveal Vidora. So Ishanten, we can now call the Forso. Just take ourselves to Etanio Dora 2. 2 is also safe against both the players who have called, which is always nice. No point in calling the second one, but we will toss number 8. So Forso at least gets us there. If not, then 2, 5, 6 would be a problem here, in all honesty. Okay, reach across. So, some considerations with this hand, but I think what we're going to do is we're going to cut the 2. So, no save against 2 players. It doesn't fit in with our plans. Allows us to keep on the aggressive side of things here. And see if we can find anything that's going to be probably safe. The free dot is our next tile if there's a risk. Or if there's a worthwhile risk to go for. We do have Tanyo Dora 2 after all, so... yeah, 5 Dora, safe tile against Urok, but not against Prospero, who has gone on the attack. Green is safe against all players. So I think Larry has folded. Is sensible in this position. I think 7 should be safe against his board as well, but he hasn't played any high mans who accept the 9. Also, we have beginner player issues to think about with this. Good news is the 6 is safe, so we could still hit Tempai with something silly. Seems unlikely though, and making the 7 pass is not a guaranteed thing. So I'm happy to just fold the hand out. It looks like his table's going to advance. Okay. Dealing to Larry, who I thought was folding. But Dragon only, 1500, and dealer repeat. Puts a second though, so positive points so far. Alright. Pair of bonus tiles in our hand. If we get the pair of the reds as well, we are a way to do things. Although I don't know what we would do with this hand in particular. Because other than double bonus tile, there's not a lot I can really be going for. And one of those looks to be out. We'll hold off on the red for one more turn, but I imagine we will be throwing it if we don't draw it next turn. Everything else is connected or connected middle, so don't really want to be throwing things at this stage. guess breaking up the 8-9, but the red is probably worth getting rid of before then, with one played. Yeah, so that was the last chance. White's a live one, so that's unlike the red. Protest that a little later. Unfortunately, that has been called by Larry, who has discarded a full middle sequence. So that would suggest that the dealer is going for a half flush. And that would suggest Tenpai already. That's rather awkward, actually. Yeah, I really don't have a lot against this, so I'm just going to play the 5 dot. Potentially suicidal, but you'd play the 1 afterwards. It is Fedora, but still. We don't have anything guaranteed safe against that. And that was not at all guaranteed safe, but I'll take the 2 East if people are willing to play them. Again, early reach, so it could be on anything. Most likely going to be on a middle tile, but yeah. That was a good wait. And the points immediately revert. We are still in second place, but effectively the situation hasn't changed except that we're one hand close to the end. Okay, what are we looking at here? We are looking at a reasonable-ish start. Could go for a quick Tanya with this. Probably not going to, at least not that quick. We'll see. Possibly Itsu is also on. There, we'll nip that in the bud right now. Ugh. Trip at the 5s. I guess we get rid of that in this context. Some tiles to fill in along here would be lovely. Yeah, I guess we take that in. So we're now looking towards a Pinfu hand, really. Which will hopefully just be on this 4-5, but we'll see how this develops. Need to get something in the middle of these first. Nice, okay. 3 dot is less valuable than everything else we got right now. And then hopefully we're tossing the 8 for Riichi Pinfu. So 4-7, 3, 4, 6. For Riichi Pinfu Dora 1, hopefully. Could still be Riichi Dora 1, depending on what we get here. But it's going to be the Riichi, potentially Pinfu Dora 1. And Ipatsu. Riichi Ipatsu Pinfu Dora 1. Mangan. Well, near enough Mangan. Okay, so this is our pre-dealer hand. Quick attack here to become dealer would be ideal, but again, we'll have to see what comes to us. a little bit of help on the top end, but... But 9 dot is not helping us. Alright, cut the 8. So any Sozu kind of helps us out, but some are more helpful than others. Okay, Yarok on the attack. Seems an odd one. It's got to be bonus tile only based on the discard pool at the moment, which is a bit all over the place. Could be trying to push something like Chanter, but that seems unlikely. Could even just be a beginner push, but either way, it looks cheap and relying on a bonus tile. Of which that is not one. It could be, I mean, the only reason I'm discounting Honitsu is because 7-6 straight away is not a strong indicator of that. Nevertheless, I'm going to push a high 5 here and just see if somebody else wants to call things. That was more a, let's try and get somebody to push against the dealer. Oh, you're assuming there's something. Okay, I forgot Umensai is a thing. So basically that is one of each of the suits, plus a wind pair, plus a dragon set. Or something of that equivalent. So yeah, I discounted that, but of course we have level Yaku on, so there are additional things that they could be going for. Which is important to note. Yeah, in a normal game I'd have discounted that as a beginner overpush. Reliant on that white dragon, and maybe that's what they assumed, but hey, the win is a win. I'm not going to toss 2 6s in a succession here, we'll go with that. So perhaps a little over-aggressive there, but at least they got a hand and it was worth 2. And as dealer, that obviously multiplies it by a little bit, but still. Definitely feels like a dealer overplay. This could be a Honitsu Manzu as well. I didn't check whether there are any pauses on this 2 or 4 actually, but... Okay, getting there. So this is looking quite good for Pinfu. Hopefully Tanyo Pinfu, but honestly, any kind of hand to get us to the dealer is worthwhile at this point. And we have a safe final discard as well, which is nice. We don't have a pair, which is a thing to realise right now, but we'll see. I got rid of a pair, but that's a side note. Alright, Prospero with the South Call from the North Seat. So, shenanigans, or are they going for a Honitsu of some kind? I've already decided East. That would be what they would go for if they were going for a Honitsu, something overly aggressive like that. We know 8's for safe call here, and we can always toss the 5 to try and go for the pair weight if needed. If we get lucky on the other side of it, go for a 6-9. 5's also safe to the left, but that is probably our go for here. We might have to play it anyway, given things. Do I just force a Tanya? No. It's a temptation to force Vitania from that position, but I feel that if we were to do so, we'd only have 2 potential winners, and we haven't done a lot with that. Although we might have won just then off of that, in all honesty. Who knows? Maybe that was an error. Or 9 says it's still out there at least, so. Well, that's a big win. Umasai Freedora. I think that one's a more obscure one, but we've just seen it twice in a row. Okay. So Prospero has the lead. It goes into my dealer turn. Four pairs, no, 3 pairs rather, but not a lot else. I'm not going to push on the 1. I might have been tempted to push on the 8s, maybe go for something here, but it looks very difficult to make this into Tanya. If anything, this just looks like a reach-only trash hand right now, especially if I keep drawing things I've already drawn. That being said, I've only done that once, but still. That gives us options. I don't think I like the options, but we have now got 7 pairs as an option, or we can go for a toy-toy. All of our toy options, with the exception of the 4, are towards the edge, so we've got a chance of getting them, but obviously we lost one of these already. That gives us 5, though, for pairs. So White Dragon 2 and 3. With White Dragon just being proved safe, but also 1 less of them. See, that would have been the perfect time to have got into Tempo on the White Dragon, but alas. Hold it off for a turn just to see, but... Oh, Prospero's putting a pair of them. Fair enough, we'll get rid of ours. That would have been extremely good if we'd hit Tempai on that, because there's just no chance of Prospero doing that. The fact is, though, if he's cutting White Dragons from his hand, for unprovoked, then I reckon he's on a Chinitsu. Because that would be the kind of progression path you go for if you're going for upgrading a Honitsu to a Chinitsu. So I'm going to be very wary of any Sozu coming out of this hand. It means we're probably going to have to wait on this 2-so. Oh boy. Alright. So given that we don't want to discard 2 of those, we're going to keep the 8 dot. Because 1's out. One of those is out as well. But we might have to pivot this hand into something else here. Or just draw an 8 slot now just for compounding the issue. We've already dropped 2 pairs, but you know. Yeah, I have a feeling Prospero's got something. That should be safe because we see the 8s, but... that's not what we wanted to see right now. No fun. We're not gonna push into this. We're already sensing that Prospero is on something quite ridiculous, so we'll wait and see. Either way, Sozu is the most likely thing that Yarok wants, so again, prioritizing future battles, I think. Another safe tile as well. Still hit tempo with this hand. 2 more draws. We need the 3 dot to be safe though. That's a gamble against the Riichi, admittingly, but half gamble. There was a pause on that. Would have been just my luck, but ultimately I didn't have a lot else that would work against him. I'm sure that's going to be a Sozu hand. Ultimately, though, we're not going to find out because that is a Dora deal in for 7 pairs. Nope. Yeah, no, 7 pairs. 7 pairs. So say it's an awkward hand, but overall game state, I'm not going to complain at being in the lead after East 1. After the East round, into the South round then. This is a heavy hand. It does not have the capacity to go for a Kokushi, is my opinion, but we'll see. Oh, how far back are you? Umasai is basically 1 set in each of the suits and 1 wind and 1 dragon set. But you're miles behind if that's what you're just seeing. I'm going to cover 9 here. But it's because I have local Yaku turned on and have for quite some time under the radar. Happening twice in the same game is a really unusual occurrence. But yeah. Do I want to go aggressive with this? I'm kind of thinking I might do. I don't know whether I want to force a Honitsu with this, but I feel we can get there at the moment. Yeah, okay. Let's bluff the Honitsu and see what happens. Maybe we're not bluffing the Honitsu. Maybe that's what we're actually genuinely going for. Toy Toy is an option as well. So if we can pair up either 5 or South, we can go for Toy Toy. And maybe get this as a masked weight with Tsuji. Who knows? Maybe that'll convince somebody to play a 6. I mean, initial 1 followed by a dragon. There's got to be Honitsu rather than Toy Toy, right? It's probably in my interest because we're not going to be able to call this 5 dot anyway, and I don't think anyone will play the 5 dot. But if we can keep the Sozi looking relatively safe, then I think that's probably our best plan right now. Mind you, we're limited to what tiles we actually draw, but I might deliberately hold on to a dot tile over the south if this comes up. Try and keep the possibility of a 6. No, okay, Prospero doesn't care. Yurok doesn't care either. Again, they're probably playing the Toy defensive, play what you see on the table, but... Getting a third call would be big. Okay. Well, that's actually given me Tempai, so I'm not going to complain too much here. That also might encourage people to go reaching. Or play dodgy tiles on the reach. We'll see. Yeah, thank you very much. Toy to the Dragon. And that's a direct hit from second, which is the most optimal person you could hit in this sort of situation. Alright, so moving into Prospero's dealer turn. So the last one of his. Which, if we can... we're 109 up, so he can still overtake us with a Martin gun right now. Means we need to try and work out some form of attack. That is a good draw. So next we get rid of a 9 and probably just move this on to Tanyo, given the White Dragon's already come out. Could also get a 6, 7, 8 Sanchku, which would be lovely. Again with a couple of early middle discards. I suppose that's the big factor here. Yurok will can anything he gets a chance to, so that Mungan gap isn't enough. I'm tempted to call that, but it's probably a bad move right in this moment. It is our pair after all, so... Okay, now we have 2 pairs. Now we can call that if we wanted. This is a 4, 5, 6 Sanchku, which might actually be easier than the 6, 7, 8 I was looking at. It has it of looking at this as 2 different sets, really. But now that we've paired that up, of course, I can use this as a 4, 5, 6. Well, the YouTube has not told me I'm streaming. It's doing a bad job this week. Just thought about it because I normally mention when YouTube tells me, but... Alright, 1 man does not help me. Might be helping Larry, though. No, maybe not. That's also a 2-3-4, not a 1-2-3, so yeah, that definitely doesn't help him. I knew he called my 2. For some reason I'd read that as a 1-2-3, and I have no idea why. Anyway. Anyway, we're getting to the danger point. Does Prospero have a hand? If he does, then that is where we're potentially going to lose this lead. And I hope oh, we just dealt in with that. Simple Sanchiku. Okay, 2000. Could have been worse. Yeah, I hadn't logged that, but that could have been a Honitsu, I guess. Could have been far worse than I actually dealt into. Still, it moves the hand over. It has gotten what we wanted out of it, really. This hand, though, is not great. Bunch of closed and edge things to try and fill in, but we'll see how this goes. Having Tudora always is a plus, of course, but... And we're still a Mungan. There's still a Mungan against us here. Alright, so dealer with Tom. We need to throw us without any risk. Dealing with the 8-so again. Not this time. Okay, good. Oh, this hand is just massively awkward. Alright, let's cut the 9 here. Drawing 6, still means we have to fill in one of those things. Probably want to get rid of the green at some point soon. White we can at least get rid of this time. Yeah, I don't think this is going to be our hand. This feels extremely slow. At least it's extremely slow from when we're leading, so we don't have to chase for anything, but... Well, I mean, if you're just going to do that... So we're 4 away from possible Itsu Tenpai. Probably more than that. Okay, green we can now toss. Prospero on the attack is a problem, but I doubt he's going to make anything better than Mungan with an open call like that initially, so we'll see. Alright, that's a good draw. We're going to deal in with the 8-man now. Good question. Nope, but we are going to keep Prospero on the attack. So at most he's got Dragon Toitoi. Dragon Toitoi Dora, maybe? That means somebody else has got a pair of 2 somewhere. Yeah. Hi, Debbie. Can he have Honitsu? I don't think he does, but it's an option. Still, we'll throw it now. Force the issue rather than wait on it. And then we might just be playing Sozi tiles for the end of the game. Either way, everybody's... Okay, Sumo from the dealer. That is unfortunate. That might actually cost us the lead then. And that is the third one of those we've seen today. Alright, gap is 3,000, but we can beat that with a sumo. Our current hand was never going to be able to attack that, unfortunately. This, though, is a good start. If we can get the green dragon, this is very much off to the races. Well, Ishanten. I mean, I'll take the forward out here and just go for a reach three-sided, three-sided reach with 2 Dora. Seems absolutely fine. Yeah, there's no real difference in this position from this. So we can drag him north beyond a 3 dots, if that happens. Oh, just missed an opportunity to get a pair of those. Which would again, that's a dragon 1 weight. Interesting counting right now. We'll give Prosper a crack at us here. That actually has worked out brilliantly for us. We'll go with that. Reach 2 Dora. And Dragon for a Mungan. Though I don't think anyone's going to play the green in this position. 3 dot seems dodgy as well. We'll just hope to draw it. The jam is on, folks. The jam is on. Oh, for God, the jam. The jam. That is a ridiculous amount of jam. I don't think chocolate jam is a thing. I mean, what do? You just add sugar to chocolate and try to... I mean, the closest thing you have to that is probably Nutella. Well, chocolate spreads in general, but you know. Jam is fruit-based. Or potentially vegetable-based if you want chutneys, but you know. Either way, that was definitely not chocolate jam. That was just jam. So we have a 20k lead going into the last hand, and yeah. Not much else to really say about this. As long as we don't deal into anything, we will win. So, Yurok going with a aggressive opener. Well, I mean, as I say, the closest thing I imagine it to is chocolate spread, but it's not really jam. I don't think we get that past the Jam and Chutneys Board of Great Britain. What's worse is I don't know if I've made that up or not, or whether that is a real thing. But it's probably a real thing. Either way, we just have to coast through this game and have nothing too disastrous to care from it. Probably shouldn't play the 7 against 2 calls, but he played an early 8. He shouldn't need anything on that end. Probably need something closer to the low end of the Manzu if that is what he's waiting on. And I guess we always have the option of just playing around it. Could be Chanter, I guess. But again, he's played East and North, which, given one of those is a seat wind, and no North's been played, seems like something you'd want to hold on to. Alright, a little bit of work to do, but we're not a million miles away from Tempai here. Do I want to do that? Versus drawing a 4, holding off on one of the last 2 twos. It's probably better to be on the 3s, but we'll go with this rate anyway. Because we want to probably get rid of this 8-7 just to guarantee that, and both of these should be safe to Yurok, so we'll go assuming we can incorporate these into our hand somewhere. Okay, well there's one. So 2 or 2 for Tempo. Or 3-6 for just Tanyo, Dora 1. I mean, any win will do. Okay, there's a chance they could be waiting on the red. We played it reasonably early, but... Actually, once the indicator, what am I talking about? There, they can't be waiting on the red. Red's just a safe tile we can get rid of. Yeah, let's go for it. GG for a win. And there we go. Simples 5, 2900. We actually break the shades figure, so we have shades for this round. And there we go. 40 points. GG, sorry for the jam. Because that was kind of ridiculous. Because I even gave up a potential Tenpai earlier than that. I could have been reaching a turn earlier and still would have won because of Batsu. Oh boy. Well, we'll see about setting another one up. I am happy to jump out of this next one, but we'll see. Actually, we do only have 4, and Mono is one of them. Alright, I guess we go as is then. So this is Yurok, Prospero, Shadow, and Mono in for another round. Remember, I have a bounty on Mono to the tune of some points and a lion bar. I don't actually have a lion bar. I'd have to go out and get one, but I would. So having gained 40 points, I now got honor bound to lose 40 points in this game, somehow. We shall see how this goes. We have 2 Dora as well. This is, other than the West going away, which would be ideal, this is, yeah, this is not bad. Again, 1-2-4 not helping us that much, so we get rid of the 1s. And hope that we can progress something a little faster than it currently is doing so for us. Should have gone and grabbed a drink before we did this round, actually. Nope. Maybe this is our Nagashi attempt. We'll see. Yeah, probably not. No. We'll go with this instead. So we have a 2-3-4 Sanshikyo as a potential option with this. Have to get rid of either the Norths or the 1s at some point. Failing that though, can reasonably build this to info, especially if we get the Friso drawn. Okay, Mono's discarding Dora, so we've got to be very aware of what Mono's doing for the rest of this part. So I hope to draw the Friso, go Ipeiko, Dora Dora wait. I'll draw the Dora free and go, I don't know. Ooh, this is tricky. It's getting a little tricky here. I think, in all honesty, we do cut the 4-2 here. Okay, that was an error. Shouldn't have done that. And clearly it's a Honitsu that Mono was going for, of some kind. Makes the second one awkward, but hey. Got a reasonable chance of drawing these 7s back. Could easily just be a Tanyo attack. Don't know that for sure at this point. South and Manzu seem safe to him though. Okay, Tori. We can play saving us in next rounds, but if it's Toy Dora... Well, he doesn't have Dora, so that eliminates the big threat of Toy at this point. But it depends what else he actually has. His only bonus stars available to him would be North, which he's not getting from me now. I'm going to turn it off because he is being annoying. We have a 7 save. I mean, I'd like to keep the 5, but I think we're going to have to watch out for his hand here. Well, that helps us out, so we can play Norths. If we're going to get into an emoji off, I am just going to eliminate all of them. Free shows should be safe. 5 so is going to be safe as well. We're actually not that far away from something ourselves here. Okay, what the hell is this hand? Given what we almost had ourselves, that was getting a little ridiculous. Still. Prospero pulling off the win, getting his Mangan. And we are second on countback. Okay, East 1 repeat. We'll take it this time because it is our wins and might as well. The hand is actually reasonably developed. And we have 1 Dora. And if we draw a free... Well, we draw anything off of this, we're in tempo. Pretty much. Bradman is attacking us back, but then I suppose we're not showing a lot of value and he assumes the hand is worthless, which it is. No worries, Debbie. Catch you a bit later then. Well, Tempai on the 2-man. Do I prefer this to a 1-4? I almost don't. I think this is better. We have more tiles, but we have more tiles that are more likely to be played. So I feel waiting on 2 remaining 1s is better than 3 remaining 2s. With the 4 is an additional thing we can draw, even though it's the same number of tiles. So no difference from a sumo perspective, but we sumo anyway. Shard or a 1. $2,000 points plus some bonuses. which is fine for the moment. That's all we need. We just need to stay afloat and stay above mono where we can. Alright. To become dealer. Okay, so we're getting gummed up a bit with pairs here, but I mean, ideal world, we're looking at Ipeco stuff and things. You can go for Tanyo Ipeco stuff and things at the moment. Mono is once again going some form of nonsense. So, 2 to go. 5 so, 5 dot in an ideal world. Or we could go all in on this, I guess. I actually don't know if this is a good idea or not, but we'll do it anyway. There's no kind of kill like overkill. 4 and 6 are unlikely tiles for us to help us here. And we have no Yaku unless we can do that. We need to get rid of the 5 and 6 as well. This feels bad on a number of levels, but we'll see how this works out. What we're getting from this is ultimately fret. Unfortunately, that threat has immediately been negated by the grand rule of Tiles Confusion. Do not... people will not fold. If we'd have thrown the 5 instead of the 6, we'd have had another pair there. We could have gone Toy Toy as an option. Alas, time for that is gone. Shiny is Dora. Relying on middle Sozi to come out of this, though. I'm not sure this is the correct move, but we'll go for it anyway. We didn't have a Tenpai in any case, so, you know, it's probably worth us going for this. Alright, play another 8, so... So I don't know what Yaku you're on at the moment, but it could be green. Means we're gonna have to go Toy Toy green at this. Well, Toy Toy for the green dragon. 4 is passed. And that is Sumo. Umasai. Something you could have, I think. Yeah, Umasai again. So the beginner trait of going for the same hand every time seems to be working out on that basis. But if you're from virtue of learning the game, that might be a consideration to turn that off during the June reset. We'll see. Okay, Shanten. Fortunately, Mono is once again going for something. And he's playing my probable winners, which is not nice of him. So 2, 1, and 1 currently. If we go with the current setup. This is an extremely heavy-handed weight. I mean, I know we could go for 7 and go that way round, which gives us 3, but still not looking great. Alright, dealer Sumo for Dragon only. Moves into first with that. Gap about the same as it was, so about 13k. Well, 14k now. Let's see. So this is a very... Okay, Mono's gone on the attack. So, as I say, this is an interesting possible route of going to just Dragon Honitsu, which I'd be tempted for. We're off the fact that 2 is a Dora. That being said, maybe that's exactly why I need to go for this. Also, taking the dealer button off the leader seems like a good idea right now. So I can call the free dot if it comes up. Hopefully I'll draw it though. Pair of 1s. Well, let's play the East since we can see one. Alright, Mono with a Sanshku then. Or going for Chanter. He does like to go for Chanter every now and then. The answer is, if he's going for Chanter, then he almost certainly will want the Dora. 1, 2, 3 on the Dora seems like a reasonably good weight for that. Also means our 9 is awkward. Got rid of the 6 afterwards, so... Yeah, I'd say the 9 is a problem here, especially if that completes its Sanshku. So we're going to go counter theory a little bit here, and if we need to, we'll play the 7. Now, of course, we'll draw a 6 and be sad, but, you know. Yeah, we go that way around with it. The 1 is dodgy, but he doesn't want the 3, so I doubt he would have gone for that initially if he didn't already have those. So it's fine, we'll wait on the 3 dot. Hopefully swap this for a Dora weight later down the line. Oh, that's a problem. Pass though. Wouldn't have been the end of the world dealing in there. We'd have gone down to the last, but we would have taken the dealer turn. So partial plus, I guess. Assuming that's even what it's going for. Well, we got ourselves... Actually, no, we don't. But I'd say we got ourselves in the Chanter, but we don't. We have a pair of 7s. Might be what he wants, in all honesty. Because I can't see him waiting on anything else right now. So I'm just going to go turn the lights on, so hopefully this doesn't cause me disasters. And we're back in Mitsuma. Perfect. Dragon Dora. Hopefully have it holding all the 7s he needed. Okay, so Gap is now... we just need a Mungan to take the lead from here. So north to start, we have 1 Dora, 2 potential bonus tiles. Preferably pairing up either of them imminently, although that'll do for a second option. So get something connected to these 3. Okay. That might not actually benefit us too much, but I suppose it gives us options. Now we'll get rid of that. Fortunately, we made the wrong choice because we lost the potential outside chance of a Sanch Cube, but I think it was an outside chance regardless. Alright, toss the red. Okay. Ishanten. 5-8. Actually, 2 would do it as well. No, actually, 2 would not do it. Let's get another 5 up. Which is a shame, really, because then we could have... If I draw a 2 now, that's an error. But, again... Riichi Pinfu Dora is absolutely fine in this position. Especially from a dealer. So 5-8, 3-6. Nobody wants the white dragon, interestingly enough. Okay, one of my winners gone. Second of my winners gone. Mono is drawing all of my tiles. This is not good. Hi, Dragonus. Winning the first game, early days in the second. Just enjoying a bit of Ishanten hell. Dodgy, dodgy, dodgy. But gotta pursue this. He's just played the safe tile against me, so... I'm also the dealer. If he wins, then I just gonna lose more points through Sumo anyway. Play the safe tile to Prospero. Go for it. It'll be safe. That was not the safe tile you should have played. Oh well. That's fine. It doesn't... It gets us... No, it doesn't. It gets us close to the second, which is fine. Mono's in last. We can live with this result. Although, admittingly, this is going to undo a bit of my win that I did earlier, and Mono is likely to just now pick up a manga from nowhere, and I'm going to be last again. Oh dear. Not the tile we need. I know. Played safe to me, but would not play safe to Prospero, who was the closest rival, I guess. Well, Prospero is now 18k ahead as we approach the end of the East round. Double Dora. And Mono is going for a one-suit hand. Which means it's probably Sozu. It means he probably has the other two Dora. Would be my guess, based on that rather rapid off-color call. Especially as he's tossing the East as well. So, he could have a Dragon. But I reckon it's a Honitsu. I reckon it's Sozu, and I reckon he's got a pair of these, and that's why he's done it. That being said, this is looking like a good Tanyo attack Dora free. I mean, Pinfu? Yeah, I kind of have to go Pinfu with this. I can't just... Downside is I know he's on a Sozu, so... Oh, what is going on with this? I know where Overdora is, so I'm not scared of a random reach here. We have all the value. Potentially going to a 6-9. 2 East have been played. So do I think Mono's folded out, or is he still going to be secretly on something? Probably secretly on something. Dora free. Alright, we're going to Pursuit this, I think. 3-6 Pursuit reach. Let's go. I have Dora 5 showing. I've got to go with this. 3-6 dot weight. I was sure that had dealt into him. I was sure that had dealt in. Well, I think we're second. I had Dora 5. You gotta mention these things up because, you know, otherwise they're never going to know how close they came to potential oblivion trying to pursue me. Oh well. So South 1 continues. Prospero is in the commanding position right now. We are in a tight battle for second, so I would quite like a win to try and, you know, secure second right this moment. Sounds lovely. Mono, what are you on? Interesting. I mean, there's a chance I keep that for a Sanchikyu chance, but it doesn't look on, really. Even here, we probably cut the 9 anyway. There is no event in things. I've kind of already got quite a lot of that ticked off as I did a Sanma game and absolutely crushed it. And since number of wins is one of the things it tracks. Which means I'm going to have to play some more games with Sanma and try and actually level up that ranking. I mean, I could try and level up my actual ranking on here, but, you know, that sounds difficult. And if anything, I've gone backwards in the last 2 months, so... yeah, okay. So I draw a 7, gain a wait for a 4. I mean, I did hit Expert 3, and then I went on one of the worst runs of all time. And now I'm Expert 2 again. And struggling, and basically staying consistent in that. Which is annoying, because I feel I'm better than that. But, you know, it is what it is. And I have no entitlement to move up to Master. But dear God, it's going to happen one of these days. Alright. So Mono's played a middle 5. Hey, it happens. It happens. It's fine. Part of the problem is, of course, it always drives you into a bit of a negative spiral, and you need to get out of that before you can really make another assault on it. This is not the week that's going to do it, in all honesty. I think we get rid of the 9 now, don't we? Can get rid of the 8 and keep it on that front. Keep us with that. But we've already got a pair established. Nah, we've got the 1 here. Still draw a 7 for an Ipeco wait, which should be awesome. That is Dora. That's rather awkward, so we'll cut the 9 and we'll see what we can do with that. But that might just be we're out of the hand. If we had a 6, we could go for a Tanyo attack, but I don't feel that's going to be a thing that happens here. That's extremely fortunate. Wrong 6. Draw 3, so draw 8 man. Oh no, can't draw another 8 man. There's a route. We could do a dead reach. And as fun as a dead reach would be, we're going to hold off. Especially as we have to toss a Dora, which is still alive. Mind you, how many Doras are we about to get? Who knows? I think the only way we get to this is if we draw a free, so then we add initial Dora weight. Or draw another Dora, of course. That would give us steep hair weight. Oh, god damn it. Live Dragon right at the end, right now? Really? Ah, well, last one. Okay, that'll do. All player no turn. It was, but, you know. Unfortunately, drawing the Dora there was just the worst. Mind you, this hand isn't great either. What do you even want to do with this? And I'm tempted to go Honitsu attack, but it just doesn't feel like this is going to work. We'll see, we'll see. Maybe it's just the aggressive nature of being before the dealer button. Maybe I just have to go for this. Just after a red, and we are away. But well, we're into the typical toy attack nonsense of having 7 unrelated tiles almost. Oh, I guess we lean to toy then. I mean, we can have Dragon only if we get free, I guess, so it's not the worst thing in the world for us to do this, but... Alright, let's play that now. It's getting a little more dodgy the longer we keep it, so... Yep, I'm glad we did that before then, although admittedly against you we could play that. So we have 9 dot for definite safety there as well, so we can go potentially 7.8 so call into a free so only wait for Dragon. Yeah. Give us a free so. Thankfully, if we keep drawing safe tiles to Mono, he can't win. Off me, anyway. Win off other people. Could see by himself and take 2nd place off us, but... if we ever pair up one of those two, we might be able to swap into a genuine hand. Failing that, there's 4 we can draw. In theory. Well, that means that we're now into 3rd, and Mono has overtaken us because he decided to reach with Fedora, giving away a Hanneman. Oh, thank God the game still continues, but I now have to win with this hand to just overhaul Mono and stop him pulling away yet more points. You dealt the Dora. Alright, I have no idea how I'm going to be able to force this into a Mungan, but that's basically the long and short of what we had to do with this. What do I want to do? Let me just cut the one for the moment. Yeah, having the pair doesn't really help us there. We need to pair one of the other things up. But we absolutely need a Mahjong. And I think, honestly, we're now at the point where we need to force the dragons out. You know, it's going to help people out. Force dragon, force south, and hope that we can draw some improvement bits. Okay, there's one dragon we don't have to get rid of. Fortunately, we've helped Mono out, but what's really bad is we get to a position where we can't sumo. If you're an 8, though, I probably will go Riichi Chanter here. Just on the basis of have it concealed. Riichi Chanter Dragon would be Mahjong. And 5 has just been proven safe. This would be a great time for us to draw a red. There's only 2 8s have been played. This is a risky line I'm taking. But I feel this is where we want to go with it. Six dot thankfully is safe against him. Have to go for this, and we also can't win off of Yurok or Sumo. Which makes this kind of horrible. Ryan Baker, or 7 pairs, really. Well, that's annoying in a couple of ways, but fine. Game continues on. We have 1 hand left to try and overhaul Mono. Mahjong Sumo is required. And then we went on countback, but there is no other option that gets us ahead of him. Well, actually, no. Technically Prospero could take a Mahjong off him, but I doubt he's going to be too interested given he's on 50k. How can I make this a Mahjong? Keep drawing unrelated honor tiles. Okay, well that gives us door 1. I suppose we could try direct hitting him with Reach. Let's draw a 1. We can now actually reach safely. Not that it matters, it's the last hand anyway, but... Reach Sun Unco Dora 1. That's an absolute... That would be enough, I think. It's only marginally ridiculous. Or I just have to hit mono with a big hand, ultimately. Okay, sure. So that'll be Reach, Pinfu, Dora 1. Not much else I can really do with this. Extra 1,000 points on the table. So if this is Among Them, we actually go into last, which is annoying. And there's the deal in, which is not what I wanted, because that is going to put me in last. Well, there's my 40 points lost for today. Most of them, anyway. Alas. I am probably tempted to call it a stream here, but I might just do an observation round. We'll see. It happens. I can't complain too much. I missed the door 5 hand ultimately, which was the opportunity. So so Dragonis, you gonna join us for a round, or are you gonna just observe? It happens. Unfortunately, you've been beaten to it because your rock is determined to come in and continue to punish us. That's not rough, that's just Mahjong. Alright. Well, I've got another 20 points to lose, so let's see if I can finish in the last again. Alright, starting north. And in the same... Nope, we have Prosper on our right rather than Mono. Okay. That's fine, you got the jump on him, so... No help. Might be helping somebody else. Yeah, it means he's not risking any points. Yeah, I am definitely tempted to put a hit out on mono. But again, we'll work things out during the next... I'm going to probably change the scoring rules a little bit in June. Just because, again, I'm having to adjust my win columns and yours and rises as well. So I'll adjust that going forward. Okay, fine. I mean, it's a 7 only. I can probably do better than that, in all honesty. Yeah, we'll wait for the pin through with this one. Well, it's not a pin through, but... Oh, I didn't give up 1,000 points. Which would have been worth more than the trash hand, almost certainly, so... Says, restraint has led to our success at the moment. Oh no, it'll still be unsolved, but I'll probably just adjust the scoring thresholds, because currently it's at 5, -5, -15, obviously when it gets +15. So I'll probably adjust that to be what the actual rate is on Tenho. Because annoyingly, the way my sort of Excel formula works is it assumes any score above 15 is a win. However, there have been multiple instances where the second place player has received 16 points. Meaning that it's not calculating the wins correctly. So what I can do is I can just put a block in there and then count from there, continue on, with hopefully the raised pointage on that. But I mean, I was also going to potentially turn the local Yaku off as my secondary consideration. Largely because, again, this is a beginner-oriented stream in a lot of ways, and additional Yaku just confuse people. That being said, we have seen more local Yaku this game than we have in almost any of the last 6, so who knows, maybe there's a better reason to keep it in. Meanwhile, this hand is looking reasonable. that's the other reason for getting rid of them. Mind you, Yoroka's hit about 4 Yomasais this game, which is the one set of each, and also, yeah, so one set of each Dragon, Wind, and set. But hey, also I'm getting up Dora 3 without realising it, so that's a blunder by me not paying attention. I'm going to deal into a Mono Honitsu, I know. Red. First warning. Not that he's been warned at all, but you know. Yeah, I mean, I kind of like that one, but the thing is, if I could pick and choose them, I'd keep the Riichi one, and probably the Khan one as well, because I like punishing people for Khans. But yeah, discarding the tile after a Khan is also a local Yaku for some reason. But yeah, most of them are just a little confusing and a bit obscure, so I'd probably just take them out. Unfortunately, since I can't pick and choose, I might as well just turn them all off. Right, we're assuming that's on it. We're assuming there's a thing up top, so we're just going to play around that. Risky reach, but it's passed, so means I'm probably going to toss my greens here. Alright, so your greens and 8s for safety at the moment. Against the Dora Free Tan in your hand and an unknown Riichi from Prospero, we're just going to fold out. It's free to go. Last north should be fine. South should be... oh, maybe... okay. Well, Prospero does have a Mungan. Plus at this point with the red. Haite. Alright, free 6 dots. And that is fine. I moved to 4th in a very tight game, so I'm not going to be upset about that one. This is another reasonable-ish hand. Get the dragons out. This is a good Tanyo attack, but... always like to grab something associated with Dora as well if we can. Alright, first dragon passes. Okay, getting there. All right, Yishanten. Tanya, potentially draw a 1. Hold off on the potential 7 pairs route. Ultimately, we're more likely to be looking at operating via Repeiko. I suppose an outside chance of operating via Sanshikyu if we draw a 5 and swap with the other 8. Or we just keep drawing 8s. All the 8s. Well, can in theory call to open this up. Most of the tiles are middle, and also it gives it's basically a 1000 hand. So we're not going to call that 4. Which may prove to be an error, not doing that call, but we'll see. Maybe it would be now. Could have got 1,000 points on mono. No, I'm going to hold off again, even though I feel that that was probably the correct time to do it. I can draw a 5 or 2. I can go for the free-hand hand rather than the one-hand. Yeah, even drawing this and just going into the 5-2 is probably a reasonable one. Alright, 4 more draws. I think if another one comes down, we have no choice but to take it, but... We're gonna go for the Suji trap, even though I don't think anyone's gonna go for it. Tiny Dora 1 is at least 2,000 points, so you know. 2,000 is infinitely better than 1,000. Fruit 147. Or this. Probably better to go with the Fruit 147 in all honesty, but you know. Maybe not considering the number that are out there. Oh well, we still got some tiles to go. Last chances. Come on, 7 up. Nope, not attacking into a 7 up. Yeah, this is interesting. What do we think? Go over 6. We see 2 7s, so. Fortunately, my Suji trap did not work. But, you know, we pick up the points for draw. Mono continues to extend his lead. 1,500 slow points at a time. But at least now we're catching him. Should go over 9 over the west, but fine. We've done it now. We have committed. Well, eventually it was a double Suji trap. But hey, nobody was biting, so we just have to go and get a bigger hand this time. Mainly, I don't think this is going to be it, but you never know. Let's string some easts together and potentially do something. Slowly walk this chain of Sozi back towards being Chanter range. Who knows? Plenty of options here. There's a bit of a question mark in many ways with this, but I'm looking at I am looking at Chanter here a little bit. We also gain no Dora out of that, so you know we definitely want to be paring the hand down and trying to get somewhere. This is looking more interesting now. Okay, if we can walk a 1 so here, walk it to 4, then get something else. Hopefully, get a chance to reach. Though at this point, I probably would just open it. Actually, no, I just realised we can't boil this down to that. So we basically can't do what I wanted to do. Observation. It's a key skill sometimes. Doesn't matter, we're just going to punish him by reach. So have to draw 9, 9, 1, or east. Actually, no, we have to draw one of these three. One doesn't actually do anything for us, except probably make us more inclined to just cut the 2, 3, 4 and hope we can get there. Okay. Just need to draw one of our pairs now. Everybody else has opened their hands up, which means we're not punishing the reach. I don't agree with that. I definitely do not agree with that. Alright, come on. Give me the east. Give me the east. Let me punish this reach. I'll deal in with this Tuso now, but you know, the point remains. Absolutely, we have to punish the reach, by which of course I mean Khan, and I've been saying reach for quite a while, but this still needs to be punished. Also high, yes indeed. Downside is now we draw on the 5. I think that killed. Well, 5 was played not 4 turns ago. How far have things developed in 4 turns? Do we think? No idea. Alas, I don't think I'm going to be able to punish it. Go on, 1 of 5 tiles. Seven, 7, 7. Nope. Nope. I should do it. It's that late in the game, but we're gonna hold off for as long as possible with this. Alright, Reach was not punished, but we kept the tile, so, you know. Symbols draw a 1. Mono continues to expand his lead and is just going to walk away with this darn thing if we don't careful. Alright, so gap is up to 10k. 3 repeats though. And I was unable to punish that Reach. Can't. What am I... I've worked far too many hours this week. I'm just going to say that now. But I've lost the capacity to speak as well, so it's not all good. No idea. I worked it out. This is a 4-day week, and by the time I'm done with Saturday, I'm going to have worked 18.5 hours of overtime. Which is not an excuse for saying one thing is another thing, but, you know, that's what I'm going to say as a backdrop to it. Thankfully it's overtime, so I am getting paid time and a third, but you know. And in fairness, it was offered, but to be fair, if somebody's offering you time and a third for additional hours, you take it. There's no reason not to take it. Especially as it does not come up very often. I've been working at the company for 4 years. It's literally only come up in the last... This is the 3rd time it's ever come up for me, so... Yeah, it just got a bit manic when I considered it and tried to work it out, because I'm doing an 8-hour shift tomorrow. It's just, yeah. Full 18.5 hours over 4 days. Hence why any board gaming that occurs on Saturday will be of the simple variety. Alright, what can we do with this? Hopefully draw a 7. Hopefully get that Possibilitsu. Okay. Let's see. This could be the wrong move, but we could. Well, we've committed now. It might not have been the right move. It probably wasn't, but we're going to go for it anyway. Because it sounds fun. It's a bad move. I think when bold is wrong, it was a bad move, but we're going to do it anyway. Absolutely. Absolutely. The good news is, this should start scaring the table off. That might buy me time to actually draw... No, of course it hasn't. Because we have a beginner on the table who just will not be frightened of anything and will carn into this. Oh dear. And mind you, both of these players are aggressive enough that they'll probably ignore this as well. Alas. 7-man for Tenpai then. Not this time. I thought we're waiting on the last 7-man. There's only one of those left, so we want to be in Tenpai before that happens. Okay, Tenpai. It's a bad Tenpai, but it's a Tenpai for Chinitsu, so you know. Mangan is always fine. Yeah, Monis is going to walk away with this one. Grumble, grumble. Oh well. We continue. Dora Dragon. I mean, in fairness, that's exactly what he's supposed to do. And he's in the dealer button, so it's up to us to deceit him rather than be passive. But unfortunately, that was my first attempt to try and really knock him off anything. Okay. So optimally, we need to draw another one of these. I mean, it wasn't good. It was a bad Chinitsu, but it was a Chinitsu. Gonna go with that. Probably end up cutting these two, but we'll hold off a turn or two just to see. Hopefully be in a 9 green weight eventually. I mean, we only need to hit Prospero for a, oh. No. Okay. Fine. Well, I have nothing directly safe against this. The 8 should be fine. Okay, we see 1. We'll play the other. Suppose we now got an outside chance of the 5, 6, 7 Sanchiku. Seven is the tile right next to the button. But equally in this position, it's just play whatever you can and hope you can get lucky by out accelerating. Well, plus side, Mono is no longer dealer. Also plus side, my gap to third is extended. But yeah, 28k to make up. It's gonna be a struggle. Tudora plus east. Now I just need to fill in some closed weight somewhere in business. Half of one there. So optimally reach east and something. Riichi's Dora 2 is fine though, that gets me Mungan, that at least gets me 8,000 of the way there. 16,000 if I can actually take the hit off Mono. And I've tossed another green. Perfect. Oh dear. Alright, so we draw the 8 dot, we're into a east 4 weight, which at the very least is potentially Tondor of 2, so. Alright, keep that up. Okay, I'm going to open this up. Again, I could have taken the Senpai for the 8, but we'll hold off and see if we can. Actually, I don't know why we didn't take the thing for the 8. It's not a good weight, but it would still be better than this, and we could always draw a 6 to improve it. So, yeah, I'd made an error there. Should have just gone with it as is. Should be calling for Senpai and not calling for nothing. Because now we're just letting him back in. And we might have won off that 8 as well, just for added bits and pieces. No point in doing that. It's a risky tile after the Riichi, in all honesty. If we can make the 5 pass, it would go, but I don't think the 5's going to pass against that. So we'll see. Fine, get on them. Apparently not. But yeah, me being punished for not calling for reach, ultimately. Calling for Senpai, rather. Well, that's fine. My terminology is even worse than it normally is. Don't worry about it. 3 dots, thankfully, is fine. At least against Prospero. Might not be against you. No, we know the 6 is safe, so we'll follow up. Actually, we knew the 9 was safe as well, but always best to follow up, because then at least you cover yourself in case somebody else's weight has changed. One dot's fine. 4-5 so, come on. Nope. 4-5 so? Not quite. But we snapped the Senpai anyway. Nabbed the Senpai anyway. Alright, 24k to go. We are also the dealer. Start with Vidagon. I mean, the hand is extremely good. Probably going to end up using the 8s as our pair anyway, so we'll cut the 6 for now. And regret that later, but the only possible regret would be if we could actually Sanji off of these, but I think that's going to be a little bit too far. No worries. We're just watching the mono wins show, that's all. Well, so far it's the mono wins show. Might be have a change in the midpoint, but we'll see. Can't call that because we can't go for Tanya right now. And even if we were to draw the 4, we just keep the double run. Go for Binfu. So possible Manzu Honitsu on the left. Which is going to make this awkward to come out. But hey, we have safe tiles against that, so we'll see. Okay, Ishanten. Unless somebody wants to freeze. Prosper does, okay. So annoyingly calls one of the tars I need, but we'll see. Alright, reach Pinfu as dealer. And you're going to attack it and play a 5, which is risky against me, but okay. That means you've got it. And what do you know? He had it. Oh well. Back to third we go. Dealer lost and no ground gained on mono. In fact, we lost 1,000 points, of course. Alright, south round. Time to turn this around and get this gap reduced. Also, hopefully before Eurok just folds. Okay. So that's our 4th pair. We technically have Ipeiko secured. Could go for something nonsensical. Yeah, given everything, I think we're going to go for this. Absolutely, never expect to deal a reach. In fairness, it was sort of a gamble, but he had the dealer turn from winning it, so. It's fine. At least that wasn't multiple calls after the reach, basically full disrespect. That was just taking the opportunity to try and bypass the win. I don't know whether he sensed the big win or not, but mind you, all I had was really reach Pinfu. But this though, we have something else. So Ishan 10 for 7 pairs. Yeah, of course, and he was going for the win there. Okay, so we have reach 7 pairs if we want to go for this. We could go greedy, but I think reach 7 pairs is fine here. Reach 7 pairs, draw a 1. Sumo. Well, we'll see. Could potentially get ourselves a Hanneman off of this. I'm wondering if the Chiral upgrade is occurring here. I don't know. I just felt like I wasn't going to get it if I was going to discard the freeze. And basically 6,000 is enough here. At the very least, in terms of trying to catch this darn gap up. But hey, Suji trapping after the event is always good. Okay, south. 19k is the gap to Mono, which is the only gap we care about, really. But yeah, I felt if I cut the freeze to try and go for the Honitsu 7 pairs or Honitsu, just Honitsu, if I went for just Honitsu, it would actually devalue the hand a little bit, and if I went for the 7 pairs, then that was pure greed monster. Especially as I was in third with a hand good enough to take me to second. Yeah, well, I'm saying Mono is the only gap that matters. Realistically, what I actually mean is that is... I'm trying to climb this mountain, but, you know, ultimately I need to definitely finish second. Okay, let's go with this. Could be. Could be a very early one. We'll see. Which, if nothing else, would kick Mono off the dealer position. So there's that. And again, playing my winners before they're my winners. He's good at doing this. Alright, let's go. Come on, give me an 8 dot. No. Mono is not respecting anything right now. Clearly he knows I'm only going for trash hands these days. The dots are reasonably cheap on the board. I reckon this 8 has a good chance of coming out. Especially as neither of them look like they want them. Come on. No. You're up with a big sumo. That's actually not the worst for us. And then you'd have 2 of my winners. And that's his 5th Umasaya for the session thus far. Puts me 2,000 points closer. So, well, actually 1,000 points closer I reached. Still, 18-2 is the gap now, and I don't have to worry about somebody busting out before then. I think this might even be a opportunity where we will consider Carnage. In fact, almost certainly going to consider Carnage because this is looking like my pair right now. Throwing on a salve would be fine though. Actually, that's probably fine. That allows us to have the souths, so we can go souths into this three-sided weight. So double south to... Double south and something, hopefully. And we have some carnage. Okay, come on, 147 reach. Give me a shot at the 147 reach. We even hit Dora with that. Okay. I'll take a back step just because there is a potential upgrading value here. Come on. South 7-4. And we'll obviously take it if it comes off, but you know. We want to reach and punish this now if we can. Punishing the Khan, definitely something we want to be doing. Although mono dealing into it's a secondary consideration here. Unfortunately, it's not that valuable. 48. Gap to mono then down to 16? No, 13. And we've got 2 Dora in this hand. Shame we don't have a pair of Souths. Alright, mono going quick attack and glory. He's starting first turn Dora and is getting... Alright. That's unfortunate we lost both of those Dora initially, but that's fine. We knew that was going to be our pair regardless almost, so... Come on, give me things. Problem is, the other downside of this is that I'm actually quite close to just falling back down to 3rd again. And it looks like I'm going to have to toss for South. Mono is on some form of quick attack, so let's hold off both the bonus tiles for a turn and just see. That would be awesome right now, just saying. Not from you. Fine. Green. Okay then. And we've hit Dora free. This feels like it's good enough now. Darn it, I still have to keep drawing these darn dragons though. Come on, 5 dot. South is safe. This is the time. 5 dot, please. Reaching with the card on the board. Let's see. Let's go. Because Mono should be on a Honitsu with his 2 calls, but he's not. I think we've got enough proof of that. 1 5 dot has already been played by Yurok. But we need to punish the Khan here, if we can. We're already getting 1 Dora out of it, so... if we'd have waited a couple of turns, but alas. The amount of dots being just dumped on the board right now, the 5 has got to come out, you'd think. Just about every tile since the reach has been... come on, 5 dot. No. I'm going to deal in with that, aren't I? For God's sake! What was the nonsense going on there? Alright, 1600 only. Unable to punish the Khan. Fall the 3rd. Last turn, dealer. 1600 needed, so this is going to have to be over 2 hands unless I can upgrade this somehow to Hanneman. It's fine. It's annoying more than anything else, but Prospero doesn't have a dealer turn left. I was expecting that to be somewhat more valuable than just green only. I think we might be forcing a Sand Queue with this. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's correct to try and force Sand Queue here? I don't know. It's correct to keep the Ring Dragon, apparently. If we draw 4, we got that. We can potentially even just move this back to Tanya, but... Oh wait, I need to win something. Well, that being paired helps us out a bit. So it might not be Sand Queue, but at least this is giving us the chance to go for something. If we draw the Friso or the one man, we're probably going for it. So Prospero needs a 4k hand to take another position, or a 6k hand to go up. And he's got to do it this round. So does he have the Draw Dragons? Puts my 1,000 points closer. Ultimately, I almost have to ignore that and just go for this anyway. Although I've got that pushes us potentially into the last. That, however, gives us Sand Queue. Friso for a Sand Queue Dora. Friso is also a safe tile to rock as well. Might come out on that basis. Double south? Ooh boy. Well, that's adding to the value and he's in last, so fine. That unfortunately is probably... Oh, actually, that was last hand anyway. I was about to say, pretty close, but I was always going to be third with that. Well, I'm going to call that a stream, guys. Thanks for joining us. I will do this again at another point. So, until the next one.